Hello everyone. In today's video, we'll be building out the sign in, sign up screen and the welcome screen of our application. So going back to the UI in Adobe XD, this is the layout we'll be building out for the sign in screen here. So if you come here, you see we have our logo there. And then at the bottom here, we have this black container with the welcome back and the sign in form. And then for the sign up, we have a create account sign up form and the logo as well. So to achieve this layout here, we'll be using the Flexbox. If you're not familiar with Flexbox, you can go onto the React Native documentation and just type in Flexbox here. So basically what Flexbox allows you to do is essentially display your components or elements. So let's say you have certain elements. In this case here, you have a view with 3 additional views inside it, and you'd like to display those views underneath each other. So you can simply use Flexbox and display at this style line here, which says flex direction is column. So that allows you to basically display components underneath each other. Another option would be to display them as a row, which would display the components right next to each other. So here, right here, you can select column to preview how the column layout would look like. So you'd have elements underneath each other. You'd have row, which displays the elements right next to each other. And then row reverse would just align the content onto the right. And then column reverse would align everything at the bottom. So here in this case, I've gone ahead and built out this layout here. What we have here is our main view that we'll be building out. And then inside this view, we have this top section here, which would be our logo, and which would be a view containing our logo rather. And then here is another view which would contain our form. And so our main view will have a column, flex direction column. And then, so if we get started, I have the application opened here. So let's first disable this tab here. So as you can see, our application here doesn't have any tab at the top there. So to do that, if you go back to React navigation, which we use for navigation, there's this option here called header shown. By default, it's set to true, and this basically allows you to display this header here. And in the app.js file, you can go to whatever screen you want to display the header for, and then type in option equals, and then you say header shown, and then false. And then that should disable the header there. It's still refreshing. Options. Okay, there we go. So that's disabled. So now to add this layout here, let's start with, let's see what page are we working in here. Okay, sign in. So let's go on to our sign in page. So it's in screen, sign in. And then we can remove this content here. So going back to our layout, we have the main view already, which is main view there. And then let's build out these 2 views here. View. So we have our top view. Then the other one will be bottom view. Okay. So let's write out the styling for both of those. But first, this will have to set our flex direction to column, which is already set. Everything's aligned center. Okay, cool. So let's add the styling for our top view there. Okay, width is going to be 100%. And then height would be, let's see. Okay, let's make it 40%. Okay, let's see if that's working. Okay, there we go. Okay. Bottom view. Width is also going to be 100%. Then our height is going to be, let's make it 60%. Okay, background. Okay, make that black. Cool. So there we go. So that's what we've got there now. Let's see. So as you can see, our bottom view here has rounded corners on the top there, both left and right side. So let's add that border radius. So we're just going to say border top left radius. Let's see. That would be 30. Then border top right 30 as well. Okay, so we've got our border radius there. So as you can see, our main view, in this case, if we just set this flex 1, it gives it 100% width. And then inside our main view, we've got our top view, which is that one there. And then we've got our bottom view. So if I change the color here of our main view, you'll see, okay, let's just say gray. There we go. And then our top view. I'm just doing this to illustrate something, yeah, so just if you give me a moment. So as you can see, our main view there, it's hidden by this top view, which is a white background, but essentially going back to this layout here. So we have our main view here, and then our top view would be this view here, which will contain our logo, and then at the bottom here is our form view. And this top part is 40% height, and then this is 60% height, so that allows us to take up all of the screen there of the device. So we can just remove this section here. Okay. So now to add the assets, I have them in my downloads here. Let's see. So I've got the logo and the logo transparent. So to add the assets, we can just create a new folder in our main directory called assets. Okay. And let's have images. And we can just move our images there. See logo. This t-shirt image we're going to use for our main screen here. So we can just go ahead and import all of those. Okay. And there we go. So if we look at our UI here, our image is going to be centered in the top view. So let's go ahead, go into the documentation rather, React Native documentation, and search for the image component. Okay. So let's import that first. Let's just remove all of these. Okay, we're probably going to need text. Okay, let's import the image. Okay, so now if we go back to our React Native documentation, just go to reactnative.dev, and then in your components, just click on the image component there, and then we can go ahead and see how to use that in our application. So we're gonna copy this here, this line that says image. Then we can paste it inside our top view there, and then we'll just replace the source with our file that we just included, our logo that is. Okay, we can remove the styling. So to do this, we can first import the image. So we can say import. Let's see, assets, images what's the name of our image? We want to use this transparent logo. Okay. Paste it in there. Then we can just replace. Okay, I think we can pretty much copy this and paste it in there. Okay, let's disable that line there. Okay, there we go. And then we can apply some styling. So let's first apply the styling to our top view. We need everything centered. So we'll have a display, flex, justify content center. Okay, align items center. Oh, okay, there we go. And then we can just reduce the size of the image. We have style. Okay, let's add our styling here. So we called it image style. Image style. So we'll add a width of 100% and resize mode. Contain. Let's see how that comes out. Ooh. Okay. Or is that too big? Let's make it smaller. Okay. Okay, there we go. That's much better. And then next thing is to, let's see. Okay, let's start with the text here. We're going to go through the section of adding icons a little later, but let's first add the text. Welcome back. Okay. Text. Welcome back. So, welcome back. Okay, so let's add the break. Okay, so we need to style our heading as well. So let's add the styling for that. Style. We'll name it heading. Okay, heading. Start with the color. Font size. Let's see. 36. Okay, styles. Okay, and then we add a font weight as well. Make it bold. Okay. And we'll need a margin left and a margin top. Okay, margin left, say 15. Maybe increase the margin left to 30 and the margin top to maybe 60. Okay, there we go. And perhaps increase the font size as well to something like 40, let's say 50. Okay, slightly too big. Let's make it 40. And I think we'll need to increase the proportions. here a little bit. So maybe we make our top view slightly smaller and our bottom view slightly bigger. So currently our bottom view is 60% and our top view is 40. So let's make that 30 and 70. Okay. Yeah, because I was just starting to think that maybe our form here might not fit. So, okay, let's go ahead and add the form there. Okay, and then we add that. So as you can see, this view here, this is our bottom view, and currently we have our text that says welcome back. And then in the, this is our bottom view, and then in our top view here, we have our image at the moment. So we can go ahead and add our text input there. Let's see. Okay, it's also not visible. Let's set the styling there. Style equals styles dot text text input. Okay, let's copy that. And I'm thinking perhaps we put the text element, the text inputs in their own view as well, so that those can be style centered and separately from the welcome back text there. So let's go ahead and add the view first. So go view, and we can give this styling as well, style. So this view is pretty much gonna consist of the text inputs, and then this is gonna be centered within our bottom view. Style form view. Okay. So our form view is going to be 100% the width of our bottom view. And we're going to display flex. Okay, flex direction, column, and justify content center. Okay, so let's see now. Text input width, say 90%, border, say 1. Border width, okay. Okay, 1. Border color, give it a white border color. Okay, there we go. Line items. Okay. And then we're going to give our form view a margin top of, let's say, 30. Let's see. Maybe a little bit much more. 40. Cool. And then we can just increase the height of our text input. So currently, I think it's about, what's the height? What's the 52? Okay, and add a border radius of 10. Okay, there we go. And I think we can add a placeholder to that. So the first text input is going to be for the email address. And I think we're gonna need to style the placeholder as well. Placeholder text color. I'm gonna set that to white. Okay, so the attributes here that you find on the documentation, these can be set within the element itself. So you don't have to write these out in the styling here. So as you can see, we have a style called text input, which we've applied. But for certain styling, for example, the what am I looking for here? The placeholder text color, that doesn't have to be styled. You can just add it as an attribute there. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to add a padding to the text input of 5. Make it left. Okay, there we go. And then we're just going to copy this text input and make one for a password as well. Okay, we're going to add a margin top of, let's say, 20. Okay, yeah, I think that's fine. Then you can just make that 13. Cool. Let's see. Oh, color. So that should change the color of the text that the user inputs. And then for the password, we're going to have to make that a password input. So let's see here. Secure text entry. So this is the attribute you add. You set this to true if you want to hide the contents of the text input there as the user types. So we're going to use that for the password input. What happened there? Oh, set false. Let's make that true. Okay, so now when I type in, it shows the dotted icons there. Okay, then next thing is our button. Okay, so we're still going to add this icon here. We're going to use React Native icons for that, and that will be in the next section, but don't worry about that. So for this button, I know in the previous video we imported the React Native buttons, but in this case for this button, we're going to use the Touchable Opacity. So if you go into the React Native documentation, you'll find this other component here called Touchable Opacity. Touchable Opacity. And the difference between this and the button, let's see, is, so it says it's a wrapper for making views respond properly to touches. So it has a few animations to it, unlike the buttons, and I find this to be more useful than using the actual button. But you can go through the documentation as well for more details on this. So if we go ahead and use that, and just edit in our form view here. Raise our touchable opacity. Okay, let's add some styling for that. Style equals button. Stop button. Okay. So everything can be pretty much the same as our text input here. Color is going to be a bit different. Okay. Height. We can make it 52 as well. Background. Okay. Styles. Okay, so as you can see, when I click on the touchable opacity, it has this animated view here, and then let's just add the border radius to that, and we can make the border radius the same as our text input. And we can add a margin top as well of 20. And of course, to align our text in the center, we're going to use the Flexbox as well. So display, flex, justify content, center, and then align items, center as well. Okay, then that should have our sign in there. And let's just increase the font size for our sign in text there to, let's say, 18, and make it slightly bolder. Okay, style equals styles dot button text. Okay. And font size 18. And there we go. So in the next section, we're gonna add our icons. Or firstly, let's copy this and add it to the sign up screen as well. So we can just go ahead to sign up screen. Maybe we should add that link first to the sign up page. Okay, let's add the text at the bottom of our form view. Let's see. Okay, text sign up. Sign up text. Okay, let's copy that. Color. Let's see. Do we have it here? I think we're gonna need this shade of gray. Ooh. Let's see. Okay, let's just say gray for now. Gray. Okay. And I guess that will also be in a touchable opacity of its own. Okay, there we go. And then style equals, let's call that text button. Width 100%, and we're gonna have to style it as well. And for that, we're gonna use the Flexbox. Flex, justify center, and I guess it's align items for this one. And then we can just set a margin top of maybe 20. Okay, and then we can just call our navigation function there. So it's on, is it on press? Yep, on press. Okay, navigate. So sign up, it would take you there. Okay, cool. So let's just copy this and paste it within our sign up screen as well. And we're gonna just add additional fields. Okay, so let's see. Okay, let's copy our styling first. Okay, there we go. We'll copy that. And let's copy all of that. Okay. And right now we should have exactly the same layout as our sign in screen, but we're going to add more text input for the sign up form. Let's see what we have now. Sign up. Can't find variable, navigate. So we're going to remove that. Okay. Okay, so pretty much have the same for the sign up screen. So here now what we're going to do is, I guess we need to make this section smaller. So maybe let's make that currently what we have 70% our bottom view. Let's make our top view 20% and our bottom view 80%. Let's see how that will look. Okay. Maybe slightly more, 15 and 85. Okay, slightly much better. And then image size, can decrease it a bit to 50%. And we're going to have to display our header as well. So we're going to disable this once we've added our button here. So once we've installed the components and that allow us to navigate back and forth, then we can display the header for the sign up screen as well. So let's go ahead and add more inputs for the sign up screen. So change that to sign up first of all. Okay, so let's see what we have here. So it's full name, email, mobile, and password. So full name, email, mobile, password. Okay. See. And okay. Full name, email address, mobile, password, and confirm password. Okay. And there we go. So in the previous video, we discussed the scroll view option. So as you can see, our sign up button here goes all the way to the bottom and we can actually scroll down there. So to add some scroll function or feature, we're gonna need to use the scroll view instead of the normal view here for our bottom view. So we can go ahead and import scroll view and change this to scroll view. And then that should allow us to basically scroll within our bottom view there. And yeah, I think we're good there. And I think we can go ahead and disable this section and then add our icons that will allow us to navigate back and forth between the screens. So if we go back to our app.js, we pretty much copy these options here, header shown false, and then paste it in our sign up screen as well. Okay, that changes the layout a bit. So maybe let's adjust the the height of the top bar to maybe, I guess, 20. Yeah, okay, that's much better.